you have to be very clear in your mind as to what you mean when you talk about fairness and justice. What you can find is that two people will disagree about what is the fair and just distribution of income because they have a different view of justice. Let me illustrate that. Here's one person's view of justice. I look at this guy and he's single. He's only got himself to look after. And this guy, he's got a wife and he's got 6 children to support. This guy's needs are much greater than this guy. It's only just that he has a higher income that reflects his greater needs. That's a view of justice. Here's somebody else, and he is also keen to have a just system. And he has a view of justice, but his view of justice is rather different. And it goes like this. We each earn an income which reflects the value of the output we produce. As we said earlier on, your income reflects what you produce for society. So if I earned that money, I earned it in producing that much output for society. It is only just that I receive an income which reflects the value of the output that I produce. What right has some government got to take lumps of it away from me? Think about it like this. I'm walking down the street one night and somebody hits me over the head, takes 40% of my money out of my wallet and runs off. And the police catch him and they throw him in jail and they say, that's robbery. He's in jail now. The government takes 40% of my income away in tax. And they don't call it robbery, they call it social justice. That's not social justice, it's legalized robbery. I earn that money, I'm entitled to it. Justice says I should have an income which reflects the value of the output I produce. Let me warn you, if it hadn't happened to you already, there's going to come a day when you're going to go and work for a firm, and at the end of the first month, they're going to give you a piece of paper. And in the top left-hand corner, it's going to tell you what you would have got if it hadn't been for the government's tax policy. And in the bottom right-hand corner, they'll tell you what you've got left as a result of the government's tax policy. If this hasn't happened to you yet, you have to set aside half an hour, 1 minute to observe the difference in the two numbers, and 29 minutes to weep uncontrollably at the difference between the two numbers. Justice, to some people, means I receive an income which reflects the value of the output that I produce. Now, if you've got these two different people with different views of justice, they both want a just distribution of income. They both want justice. But they're never going to agree because they haven't agreed as to what constitutes justice. So we have to decide, you have to decide for yourself what you mean by a just distribution of income, okay?